Welcome to iSoldier. We're here in Quantico, Virginia for the 2015 Warrior Games, where hundreds of athletes from around the services have come to compete. And right now, the Army is way ahead in the medal count. Boom. One soldier, Captain Kelly Elmlinger, is one intense competitor. She's a mother, cancer survivor, and a participant in all of the women's wheelchair track and swimming events. We caught up with her during her training.
I originally joined the Army because it was a sense of patriotism. I remember watching Desert Storm, and shortly after that is when I kind of gained some of my just desires to kind of be in the military. I had two cousins. They were also in the military as well. After speaking with her, and it just felt like that was, you know, the thing for me. I was diagnosed in March of 2013 with a synovial sarcoma. It's a rather rare tumor. It's a soft tissue tumor. They actually found it in my lower leg. It was in one of the muscles right next to the tibia.
So you see how this, it's okay, it doesn't rub, but I would like something for it to like come
back
out.
Behind the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Not be so thick through here.
Within the last few years, it's limb salvage is new for this particular type because it's pretty unpredictable, it's pretty unknown, and the only cure is to cut it off or cut it out. So after speaking with my oncologist and speaking with the Mayo Clinic, they both had agreed that I was a pretty good candidate to try limb salvage, so that's what we did.
Just to buy some time with it.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
I had some pretty close friends, you know, here in town. Obviously, my parents and the rest of my family, they're from Ohio. But even though there's distance, that doesn't really stop the support. My parents, they actually watched, or actually, Jaden lived with them, you know, for a year. So I don't really know a whole lot of other friends whose parents would, you know, just say, hey, that's, you know, go ahead and let them live, you know, with us for a year.
I'm an expert at it.
No, you're not. You don't even like them.
I like computers.
Stop it.
You know, that was definitely the best thing for her is, you know, I was more focused on getting myself healthy, and it was kind of hard to focus on, you know, taking care of her. And at the time, she was 3, 4, so still a little bit of effort to put into that. But, you know, in terms of having support system around here, coworkers, you know, close friends, you know, being in the military for so long, it's, you know, it's like family, and you know, and that's how I look at, you know, my friends are my family.
Always just a call away.
You didn't tell me to wear the waterproof mascara.
You know, like I said, I've been very fortunate and blessed to have the providers and the support system, you know, along the way to get me to that point, to get me to this point, you know, that I can at least see, you know, a light at the end of the tunnel right now.
U.S. Army veteran Will Reynolds was wounded in 2004 during combat in Iraq and went through 2 years of treatment and 23 surgeries. For the past 10 years, he's been participating in adaptive sports, and in this year's Warrior Games, he's competing in cycling and track.
I am retired Captain William Reynolds. I was an infantry officer. I was injured by an IED blast in southwest Baghdad in 2004. Just doing some reconnaissance when a remote detonated IED went off. Initially, when I landed in the hospital at Ramsey, you know, you're originally very optimistic because you realize, okay, I survived it, I'm still alive, but then you quickly realize after you have survived it that your quality of life and the way you go about life is going to be drastically different. Starting from when I was in the hospital, my family has helped me by, you know, being at my bedside every step of the way.
and just, you know, being present for him, listening to what's going on with him. If it comes to a competition, you know, being there physically.
They were at Warrior Games when I competed there in 2013. I think my kids think it's the Olympics. I think it's really important to have events like Warrior Games and the trials. For me, it's helped me kind of really push my rehab process and try to get even further down the road and a higher level of functionality. Recovery and rehab is very much a marathon, it's not a sprint. Everyone that goes through the process has a different time window. Some people recover in a couple months, for some people it's a multiple year process. So just hunker down and be ready to endure the marathon.
For more information and all the Warrior Games updates, visit defense.gov. And go Army! We'll see you next week on iSoldier.